Hello, PlayStation planners, players, and pure geniuses. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the city of Poncho. I hope you're all doing well today. In this project, we're going to be working on some utility facilities, as said in the title. Building some facilities for our water and for our power. And then we're going to wrap it up by building a rural neighborhood. So I kind of figured a good place for a water facility would be kind of a little bit closer to water level and next to the river. Seems to make sense to me. I've built enough of these in different styles and city skylines now that I've got a pretty good idea of what I feel the look and function needs to be. So we're just going to get started on building the basic grid for our water treatment facilities. I spent a lot of time landscaping on this, but made it work out pretty good, I think. I wanted to try and give some asymmetrical values to it. I wanted it to have a little bit of non-consistency with the layout. I spend a lot of time making things uniform and everything else, and with this one I kind of wanted to make it look anything but uniform, but more as like built as needed in the space that they had. So yeah, you'll get what I'm saying once it's all put together. Had to wait for all that water to go away. You guys know how it goes anytime you terraform by the water, man. So yeah, you can kind of see how I have them all facing different directions. And we're going to add some other eco-friendly sewage treatment facilities as well on the bank itself. Some what is it, like the water control centers, the guys who come and vacuum out water when it floods, and some office space. So now I'm just making a bit of a road network back here so we can add some offices and a couple other things. This was a really there's not a whole lot to these water facility builds. I mean, there's only 4 or 5 assets for it, and you don't need a huge amount of them. So, leave a little bit of space, some room to grow, but otherwise, just get it all in there and call it good. Alright, so here come our offices. Yeah, and I had to make a little district and turn them into North American style buildings, because I didn't want the European style office, high density style buildings popping up. be Poncho's power station. I'm going to try and do everything with oil, power plants, and some of those geothermal ones as well. I think they look really, really cool, I guess. So, just going to rock with that. I tried to make this kind of its own unique looking facility. I looked at the power plant for Pueblo, Colorado, which I kind of based the theme of this one off of, but the layout and everything else is totally different. But the dirt roads, the oil refinery factory, or the oil power plants, just the way that I chose my assets and stuff was inspired by the real place. So naturally I'm going to have some storage here. Going to want some oil products coming in to make sure that the city always has power. Gosh, and I think by the end there's like 6 or 7 of these big oil power plants. Boy, I just cannot find the right words that I need to use today. But I put all these paths in there at first, but then I wound up changing a lot of them and going with the elevated rail train tracks instead, because they really do look like pipes suspended in the air. I think I've seen it used plenty of times, and I've used it plenty of times. It's just another great way to kind of use your imagination to invent what the game hasn't provided for us. So yeah, just getting tons of road connections in here. I want there to be a lot of accessibility and you know, give it the look of the busy place that it is. I really do enjoy once you get to the facilities in this game. I mean, you know, I kind of look back at some of my videos, and I guess I say that, you know, it's a ton of fun. I really enjoy doing this and that, and I guess it's clear and easy for me to say that I just enjoy every aspect of this game. I hope that you guys watching this either enjoy playing the game or watching what other people can make in the game. It's great. This whole game was just such an ingenious idea. The way that they applied everything to it, and then all the things that they added later on. I mean, years later now, this game is nothing compared to, or the game when it came out is nothing compared to what it is now. There's so much to it. It's incredible. It would just take hours. I mean, there's so many people out there with whole episodes dedicated to talking about each thing that's been added and each thing that you can build and different facilities and complexes. So it's just incredible. I'm so excited for City Skylines 2. Let me know in the comments if you guys are just as excited as I am about it. Alright, so now we're adding those rail tracks. I just think they look so cool, like suspended pipes up in the air. Whoever originally came up with that idea, like, props to you, man. That is so genius. It is such a great way to improve a huge facility like this and make everything look a little bit more bonded together instead of these separate facilities. So just getting wrapped up on this here. Gonna wrap a fence around it, and that'll just about be it. You know, there's plenty of room around it for it to grow as the city grows and add more facilities. But But otherwise, I think we've pretty much future-proofed the city's power grid in by using this grid square. Pretty sweet little project. This one was just kind of off the top of my head. I really wanted to make a power facility, but I've always made the nuclear ones, you know? So I wanted to do something that was still going to supply the whole city, but not require to be nuclear, especially for only, so far, 50,000 people. A nuclear facility for 50,000 people it would either be really small, or that power is getting exported to other places, because just not enough people here to require a nuclear power facility. Alright, now we're on to our rural neighborhood. So I made one of these already, but I believe it wound up being off camera, so figured that I would at least get this one recorded in, because I'm going to build it in the exact same style that I built the other one, because why not follow the same code for rural developments as I did before already in this city, right? Seems to make enough sense to me. I'm going to try and preserve a lot of the natural land features. A big attraction to people living out here would be being out of the hustle and bustle of the big city, and also being up next to the river, being close to nature. These city grids are going to be really spread out, or city grids, these housing plots are going to be really spread out, really big, you know, kind of those developments you see towards the outside of cities where people will have, you know, an acre or two of property, and the plots have been bought and sold and divided so many times that there's not, you know, a set amount of land. Some of them would have 1 acre, some of them could have as many as 4, you know. So that's kind of the sort of development we're going for here. I think we're going to use the mid-century modern houses for this development. they just don't stack up on themselves as much. And the Green Cities ones work out pretty good for doing this as well, because they really just kind of resemble those bigger single family homes that you would see in the middle class, upper middle class style sort of neighborhoods. So you can see the lot sizes vary. I'm just kind of individually plopping areas for housing. They're not going to be super dense. There is no uniform size. They're all going to be a little bit different. You know, people have bought and had their houses built, or maybe they had them shipped in as modular homes that they put together. Whatever the case may be that you normally find in these North American rural areas. And when I say modular, I'm not talking about like trailer houses. I mean, you can get huge houses put together that are built and ordered from factories that are just put together in sections. They're insane. I mean, mansion-sized houses even built in this way. So don't confuse that with, trailer park status, because that's not what we're going for here at all. Actually, on the other side of the main drag there is the sort of lower income community, smaller houses on smaller plots of land, more people packed into smaller space. So that is not what this land development will be. So I'm just kind of letting everything catch up here, letting everything build a little bit. There really isn't much else that we can do except wait for it all to fill in now. I add a bunch of trees and some landscaping, and so now we just watch our neighborhood grow. That's really it. Wait for all the houses to come in, pop in some trees. Kind of have to wait until everything's built to see if I need to put in another clinic or police station or fire department, but yeah, other than that, gonna light up the roads. These dirt roads don't have any street lamps on them, so we're gonna go through here in just a little bit in the dark and add in our street lamps. Well guys, this is pretty much going to wrap up our video for today. I hope you guys like the content. Always come check out the channel if you like to see more of this. Like and subscribe. It's been a ton of fun, like I always say, putting this project together and building this to show it off for you guys. Everybody who plays PlayStation, you know, can come and check this channel out and see that even though it's definitely not modded quality like you can get on the computer, we can still build some pretty cool stuff on here. So always keep your imagination up and don't let the realism keep you down. Take care, everybody, and until next time.